Hey, Maisie here. I hope by now you've been able to check out my latest collection, Equestrian Topiary. And I thought in light of springtime entertaining that we could make our own topiary animals to go along for our tablescapes for entertaining. And for this, you only need a couple of materials to create this really cute effect. Since my new collection is all equestrian, I chose a couple of paper mache horses. And you're going to need some spray adhesive and also some dried moss. Now, if you don't have spray adhesive, you can use white glue, you could use Mod Podge. We just want to make sure that the surface of our paper mache animal is tacky so that the moss will stay on it. So I just got a bag of dried moss and I took some scissors and cut it up to smaller pieces. So we're going to get that really nice topiary look on our animals. And I think that this could be a really cute effect for not only just springtime, but also Easter. You could do cute little bunny rabbit topiaries, or you could also use them for a children's birthday party and make all different types of topiary animals. So let's get started. So, like I said, I've chopped up my moss with some scissors into smaller pieces, so it's going to be a little bit of a finer texture. And then I'm going to spray my horses with spray adhesive, and I'm just going to roll it around in the smaller pieces of my moss. And then we're going to let it dry, and then we can style. So let's get started. So if you're using spray adhesive, you want to make sure that you are spraying in a very well ventilated area. So I'm just going to do these in smaller sections and then work around the paper mache horse. And I'm just taking the smaller pieces of the moss that I've cut up with the scissors, and I am just dropping them over the tacky parts of the horse. And what we want is we want full coverage of our paper mache horse. And you might have to do this in stages. You might do sort of a base layer, spray it again, and then do a second layer just to get more coverage. And I'm just sort of patting in some of the moss onto the glue area. And it's nice to do this over a bowl, so as you add more moss, you can kind of shake it back into the bowl. And that way it makes it for a little bit of an easier cleanup. So this is definitely kind of one of those crafts that when you start it, it kind of gets worse before it gets better. And right now I am waiting for the last coat of glue to dry before I do my final one. So a couple of tips. This is probably not a great craft for really young kids. I would say like 10 plus. And it just takes some time to get the full coverage of the animal. And the finer the pieces of moss, the better. So I hope you've had fun doing this. I'm going to share with you my final iteration of my topiary horse. Thanks so much for joining me.